Learn from the mistakes of others, you can't afford to make them all on your own. Even if a snake is not poisonous, it should pretend to be venomous. The fragrance of flowers spreads only in the direction of the wind, but the goodness of a person spreads in all directions. God is not present in idols. Your feelings are your God. The soul is your temple. Education is the best friend. An educated person is respected everywhere. Education beats the beauty and the youth. Never reveal what you have thought upon doing, but by wise counsel keep it secret, being determined to carry it into execution. The world's biggest power is the youth and beauty of a woman. There is some self-interest behind every friendship. There is no friendship without self-interests. This is a bitter truth. As soon as the fear approaches near, attack and destroy it. He who is overly attached to his family members experiences fear and sorrow, for the root of all grief is the attachment. Thus one should discard attachment to be happy. The biggest guru mantra is, never share your secrets with anybody. It will destroy you. Books are as useful to a stupid person as a mirror is useful to a blind person. The life of an uneducated man is as useless as the tail of a dog, which neither covers its rear end nor protects it from the bites of insects. As a single withered tree, if set aflame, causes a whole forest to burn, so does a rascal son destroy a whole family. We should not fret for what is past, nor should we be anxious about the future. Men of discernment deal only with the present moment. There is poison in the fang of the serpent, in the mouth of the fly, and in the sting of a scorpion, but the wicked man is saturated with it. One whose knowledge is confined to books and whose wealth is in the possession of others can use neither his knowledge nor wealth when the need for them arises. Treat your kid like a darling for the first 5 years. For the next 5 years, scold them. By the time they turn 16, treat them like a friend. Your grown-up children are your best friends. A man is great by deeds, not by birth. A person should not be too honest. Straight trees are cut first and honest people are screwed first. Before you start some work, always ask yourself 3 questions. Why am I doing it? What the results might be, and will I be successful? Only when you think deeply and find satisfactory answers to these questions, go ahead. A good wife is one who serves her husband in the morning as a mother does, loves him in the day like a sister does, and pleases him like a prostitute in the night. Never make friends with people who are above or below you in status. Such friendships will never give you any happiness. He who is overly attached to his family members experiences fear and sorrow, for the root of all grief is attachment. Thus one should discard attachment to be happy. One who can't determine his goals cannot win. Test a servant while in the discharge of his duty, a relative difficulty, a friend in adversity, and a wife is misfortune. Avoid him who talks sweetly before you but tries to ruin you behind your back, for he is like a pitcher full of poison with milk on top. Education is the best friend. An educated person is respected everywhere. Education beats the beauty and the youth. Knowledge is lost without putting it into practice. A man is lost due to ignorance, an army is lost without a commander, and a woman is lost without a husband. Once you start working on something, don't be afraid of failure and don't abandon it. People who work sincerely are the happiest. Wealth, a friend, a wife, and a kingdom may be regained, but this body when lost may never be acquired again. Treat your kid like a darling for the first 5 years. For the next 5 years, scold them. By the time they turn 16, treat them like a friend. Your grown-up children are your best friends. Humbleness is at the root of self-control. It is better to die than preserve life by incurring disgrace. The loss of life only pains a moment, but disgrace every day of one's life. We have to make people soft who are hard, to attract those who are far. If they do bad for us, then even considering our aim, we should always love them. There are 3 gems upon this earth: food, water, and pleasing words. Fools consider pieces of rocks as gems. He who is prepared for the future and he who deals cleverly with any situation that may arise are both happy, but the fatalistic man who wholly depends on luck is ruined. A learned man is honored by the people. A learned man commands respect everywhere for his learning. Indeed, learning is honored everywhere. Learn from the mistakes of others. You can't live long enough to make them all yourselves. The life of an uneducated man is as useless as the tail of a dog which neither covers its rear end nor protects it from the bites of insects. There is no austerity equal to a balanced mind, and there is no happiness equal to contentment. There is no disease like covetousness and no virtue like mercy. Accumulated wealth is saved by spending just as incoming fresh water is saved by letting out stagnant water. Till the enemy's weakness is known, he should be kept on friendly terms. Those base men who speak of the secret faults of others destroy themselves like serpents that stray onto anthills. The happiness and peace attained by those satisfied by the nectar of spiritual tranquility are not attained by greedy persons restlessly moving here and there. Never settle for anything less than what you deserve. It's not pride, it's self-respect. Drop the idea that attachment and love are one thing. They are enemies. It is the attachment that destroys all love. We should not fret for what is past, nor should we be anxious about the future. Men of discernment deal only with the present moment. The earth is supported by the power of truth. It is the power of truth that makes the sun shine and the winds blow. Indeed, all things rest upon truth. Never reveal what you have thought upon doing, but by wise counsel keep it secret, being determined to carry it into execution. One whose knowledge is confined to books and whose wealth is in the possession of others can use neither knowledge nor wealth when the need for them arises.